Namaskaram. Namaskaram, Namaste, or Namaskar is a Hindu greeting that says, the light in me sees and acknowledges the light in you, or the God in me sees and acknowledges the God in you. My name is Marky Mendoza, and welcome to Reiki with Marky. This is your weekly tarot reading for March 13 up to 19, 2023. Here we are to give you with 8 cards, 7 cards representing the 7 energies of the day, and 1 extra card to give you the theme for this week. And I'm pretty sure you have enjoyed last week's blessings because we did overflow with a lot of blessings, both material and wisdom. Now, let's see what our first day will be. But before we continue, remember there are 2 types of cards. Every time we get this session, we have either a major card or a minor card. The major cards will tell us if it's a major blessing or can also be a major warning. And the minor cards would represent how much effort we need to put in before we manifest bigger blessings in the future. Now, starting off with this day, let's see what our first card will be. Here we go. We are starting with a major blessing for this day, and we have the Empress. And I'm pretty sure you have been experiencing this for this day because the Empress is the Divine Mother, or the Queen that gives birth to many blessings. Now, there are many blessings here and there, both material and at the same time, this can be a form of wisdom that will care and nourish all of your life aspects. Now, for this day, remember that sometimes it starts a little shaky, most especially when you have discovered the energy last weekend. And oftentimes there are going to be some opportunities for us to feel less hope. But today it changes. It brings you not just hope, but it brings you the assurance that no matter how sometimes it will have to start off with something challenging and shaky, only to continuously give us blessings. Now, the thing about the blessings for today, once you have received the blessing for today, remember the goal is to also nourish it equally, to give more opportunity for it to grow by making sure that you're going to give more efforts to sustain and to become very consistent in applying these blessings in all of your life aspects. Continue to do your hard work, to continue to do more effort, and at the same time, find more opportunities on how you're going to perfect this opportunity. Rest assured that this is not going to be the last of it, so make sure that this is something that you will cultivate and even focus on bringing new energy into this. More consistency and the responsibility for continuity is totally a must. It's a very good start of this week. Let's see how we're going to have our Tuesday energy. So for our Tuesday energy, here we go. Let's see. Wow, we are against... It's another major blessing, everybody. For the Tuesday card, it's the Strength card. Now, actually, this card can mean both. Either a blessing that can also be a warning to some extent, because literally the Strength card is wanting us to either endure or we will also grow strength. Now, when I say this can be both, because definitely tomorrow, for the Tuesday energy, you may start to feel that there are many challenges here and there, but even if it may start to overwhelm or intimidate you at first, eventually you will discover the strength and courage because you can never unsee on how you're going to work on these things. Now, this is not going to be limited in just one life aspect, but majority of this energy will be coming from the career, but you will also see that tomorrow there can be some personal life lessons that will be in the surface at the same time, which will bring another opportunity for you to bring the balance in both. Sometimes there are situations wherein we are going to be pushed to our limits. There can be life lessons here and there in all aspects of our life, and a perfect opportunity for us to grow resilience. And once we discover this, now you will discover that the strength from within is now emerging. Do not worry because it may seem a little overwhelming for tomorrow, but then again, you will never unsee on how to work on this rather. So, make sure that no matter how challenging it is, start your day with a prayer and offer your blessings to our Divine Mother and ask for more strength and courage so that no matter how this will unfold, you will always find the resilience at the end of the day. So far, so good. And let's see what Wednesday energy is about. So here we go for our Wednesday energy. We have, we have the Queen of Swords. Now, every time we have swords in our card, it's a resonating energy of either it can be a form of wisdom, it can also be a weapon. This is actually both. Now, on Wednesday, there are many things that we will see. There are many things that will be in the surface that will all be an opportunity for discernment. So, by the way, this is mostly just like the Tuesday energy. Majority of this can be felt in our career aspect of life. But still, in our personal life and even relationships, there can be many things in the surface that will also make room for an opportunity to be patient. When I say there are many things that you'll in the surface, there can be things that you can easily spot. Either it's too good or gearing towards the opposite direction. If ever it's going to be so, if it's gearing towards a good thing, you're able to spot in good things. Make sure that you're going to be giving a lot of energy and acknowledging the success on that part. However, if the things that you will discover will be coming on the opposite direction, make sure that you start first with patience and allow the situation to sink in first. Take a pause, take a step back before responding, because it can create a possible issue, most especially in all forms of relationships. Remember to be patient and to be loving, and most especially be very gentle to yourself and to everybody on this day. Now, remember that it can still be a little overwhelming because we can talk about the emotional side of you discovering this. But remember, every single time you're faced with these situations, it makes room for you to discover not just patience, not just love, but also an opportunity to ground yourself. So remember, again, start this day with another set of strong prayers. Offer more blessings of kindness and patience to our Divine Mother, so that no matter how this will unfold, you will be assured that you can definitely see the blessing in everything. Whew, starting to feel a little intense, but let's see what the Thursday energy is about. So Thursday, here we go. For our Thursday energy, wow, yes, we have blessings, everybody. We have the Six of Coins, and every time we have coins in our card, it's a resonating energy of ka-ching, ka-ching. So this is primarily a form of abundance and prosperity on the material side. So yes, blessings will be overflowing on this day, which will give room for us to again allocate our blessings well. I remember, by the way, this card appearing on last week's reading again, and this would have been the Friday energy. And last Friday, it's always about where to allocate our blessings. It's a little similar for this because still on Thursday, we need to discern well on how we are going to put our blessings into each baskets and allow this to grow. But remember, there can be things that we may overlook. So there can be some situations wherein you may overlook how much we're going to set aside for this particular, either it's going to be an investment or a form of expense. So since there is a tendency for us to overlook some things, if you feel like what we need to set this aside for is not really that urgent, again, take a step back, take a pause, and to assess. And if this is really needing more time for you to discern of how much you needed to decide on this particular either expense or investment, and if you feel like you have more time, then take a pause and wait for the perfect divine timing until you are able to balance everything out. The least thing you would want to happen is for you to continuously miscalculate things, and in the end, it can take a toll to how you're going to handle your abundance and prosperity. Remember, I will always remind everybody that most especially in 2023, it's always about saving for the rainy days, and this is again another opportunity for that. Now, this can also mean that there are opportunities for us to feel very loving towards the self, and we may find ourselves doing some retail therapy. Again, balance is always key. If you feel like you wanted to, reward yourself a little bit, but because I highly recommend that as well, because it will definitely fuel yourself even more, because the more you're going to reward yourself after your hard work and effort, it gives you a lot of motivation to keep doing more. So remember, balance is key. Make sure that you're still gonna allocate more for the rainy days. Let's see what our Friday energy is about. And for our Friday energy, we have a lot of blessings here and there, and we are continuing it this Friday. We have the Three of Coins. This is another reminder that yes, blessings are here, but this one is starting to give you a new opportunity. Friday, there are new opportunities on how you can, remember the Thursday energy we're in, you are really needing to allocate your blessings. This is another piggyback of the Thursday energy, but this time, this is something new. So that means a new opportunity of another possible long-term investment or another long-term goal will be in the surface. Now, I know how it feels when you see these opportunities, because I myself included, I'm always in the look for opportunities on where we can put our investments and the hard-earned money. And today, this is something that you will realize. Now, the thing that you will also the recognizing this energy is about, first of all, who are the people that I can collaborate with, so that this blessing can flourish even more. And I'm telling you, you can never have so much effort on discovering this, because it will definitely be in the surface. To a certain extent, this can be something that will be offered directly to you. So, therefore, keep an open mind and heart, discern well. But there is, again, a strong warning for this card. Remember that before we engage or before we agree with this, it can initially overwhelm us and entice us a lot, because remember, this is a possible long-term goal. So before you say yes, discern well, take a step back and make sure that you're going to give the time and effort to balance your checks and balances, and make sure that you're not going to do anything before, you're not going to engage right away before saying yes to this opportunity yet without doing your checks. Rest assured that this is going to be a very good opportunity in the future. Again, it's going to be long term. So, you know how long term responsibilities are and commitments are. It really takes time for us to discern well. But definitely, it's still a blessing. Wow, blessings are unfolding really well. But let's see what the weekend energy is about. And before we do, I'm pretty sure you're enjoying our daily shorts. And if you haven't seen our daily shorts here in YouTube and in TikTok, please follow us and subscribe in our YouTube channel and my TikTok as well. Follow me in TikTok, because I give daily a breakdown of the daily energies in those areas. Now let's see the Saturday energy, and the Saturday card is, we are again overflowing with blessings. The first 2 weeks of this month are really amazing, and Saturday energy is the World. Now, the World is another major blessing for us, because you will realize that many experiences that happened in the past are really meant to happen because there are some certain life lessons that we are meant to discover. Saturday, we are going to be feeling the gratitude with how all of these experiences and life lessons unfolded in a specific, special way. Now, there can be many realizations, and it can also overwhelm us emotionally, because remember, think in the concept as if we're going to let go of a life experience or something that we've been holding so dear in our heart, because it can either be a source of motivation or it can be the total opposite of it. It can be a source of pain and suffering, only for it to turn around, to turn it into something better, to turn it into finally a form of wisdom. So make sure, no matter how this day will unfold, it's all about discernment. It's all about realizing all forms of wisdom. So keep an open mind and heart as we discover this, and remember to celebrate all forms of success. What matters is that no matter how this unfolded, in that specific way, it is meant only for us to receive more wisdom. What a good day. Now, to cap our week, let's see what the Sunday energy is about. So far, we have many blessings, but the Sunday energy is doing another piggyback of our Saturday energy. We have the Queen of Cups. Specifically, this card is very, well, I must say, this is a very good card that will allow us to remember our wisdom even more, because now, with us closing that chapter, we are now ready to finally remember how it is and to learn from them. Now, this is a good opportunity for us to realize that yes, certain events and life experiences have to unfold in a perfect specific manner, only for us to discover blessings. On this day, Sunday, to cap our week, this is another opportunity for us to see how far we can go next time by applying the lessons that we learned yesterday. With the discernment process that we applied on Saturday, we will now have the right courage to do better, to start off with a clean slate. Now, since this is going to be a clean slate, allow yourself to keep an open mind and heart, and to be brave to discover how else you can do better next time. Never be afraid to go through with something new, most especially if you're wanting to conquer new heights. Remember, you've done so many things in the past. It may have brought you a roller coaster ride of emotions, but only for it to unfold as a good source of wisdom. Now, since we're ready to learn and to embrace new blessings, remember that it can either be the same feeling or even more, but what matters is you've done it before. Apply the same formula, but make sure we can also measure the learning by making sure that we have learned. Improve the situations better by discerning. Make sure that all checks and balances are performed before you do something, because at the end of the day, the universal law of cause and effect will always come into play, the law of karma or the golden rule. So remember, all these blessings are meant only for us to become better each day. Now, what is the theme for this week? Because we have major blessings and major realizations. So, what is the theme for this week? Here we go. This is our final card. Well, now we know why it's going to be a very good opportunity, because we have the Page of Coins. The Page of Coins is a symbol of preparation for something big. Remember, the Friday energy is all about, again, discovering another long-term opportunity, a long-term goal. And I remember just maybe around 2 or 3 weeks ago, we've had a very similar energy, and I'm pretty sure you've all enjoyed that opportunity as well. And this is nothing different, but the thing is, we are going to do better because of the learnings that we experience, most especially for the first 2 months of this year. I know sometimes it can feel a little challenging, most especially if we are just starting the year, and I know it's also a clean slate for everybody. But as we go through many things, and you allowing yourself to go through with this, and you expecting that no matter how tough or the rough and tough of life will unfold, remember that every single experience will bring a blessing. But we can never see that blessing not until we really go through. Sometimes it can be a little challenging. To an extent, it can be traumatic. But remember, when we keep an open mind and heart and to see how else we can work on every situation, that's where we can discover that inner power. So remember to allow yourself to keep discovering that, rediscover how else you can improve this, and to nourish it continuously. At the end of this, blessings, divine blessings will be given to us all, because remember, all hard work does pay off. That's it for our weekly energy, and I do hope you like this video, and if you do, give it a good thumbs up, and do not forget to like, share, and subscribe in our YouTube channel. And again, please follow us in our social: Facebook, Instagram, here in YouTube, and as well as TikTok. It's Reiki with Marky. And do not forget to share this with everybody so that you can be a blessing for everybody else. But for now, this has been Marky Mendoza, thanking everybody and wishing everybody a happy week and happy blessings ahead. Namaskaram again, and keep trusting the process. I'll see you in our daily shorts.